Hey, Professor, I think I have come across the most confusing subject I've ever seen in chemistry thus far.
What subject is that?
Electron configurations.
Can you tell me more about what you find so confusing about them?
Well, yeah, everything basically. I think we should start from the beginning. I haven't the faintest idea what they are, how to write them, or what they have to do with anything, or what you do with them.
Well, tell me what you know about atoms and electrons.
I know that an atom has a proton and a neutron in the middle, and the electrons orbit around the nucleus like little planets surround a sun.
Not quite.
What do you mean not quite? That's what every science book I've read tells me.
I agree with the part about the proton and the neutron being in the middle, the nucleus. And I agree that the electrons are out there away from the nucleus, flying around in a sense. But I disagree with the part about the electrons being like little planets. That doesn't quite jive with scientists' current understanding of the electrons.
Oh, I guess some new discovery has been made about atoms since my textbook was written.
Actually, yes and no. Lots of new information has been learned about atoms in almost every year in the 20th and 21st century, but physicists and chemists knew as early as the 1930s and 1940s that the electrons didn't orbit around the nucleus just like little planets.
They have? Why do science books and shows still portray atoms this way?
The electrons are like planets around a sun is called the Bohr model of the atom, and it's easy to understand, but a little incorrect, so the image has stuck in the mind of the public.
Well, if the electrons don't orbit around the nucleus like little planets, what do they do?
Ever since the 1930s and 1940s, scientists have believed in the Schrödinger model of the atom. The Schrödinger model of the atom says that electrons can go wherever they want, but they are most likely to be found in regions called electron clouds that hover around outside of the nucleus.
I think I've heard of electron clouds at some point, but that's about it. Can you tell me more about them?
In the 1930s, a guy named Erwin Schrödinger discovered that electrons do float around outside the nucleus, but that they do not follow well-defined orbits like planets around a sun. What he also discovered is that we can't really predict exactly where we will find the electrons. We can only give probabilities of where we will find them.
Oh, yeah, sounds like it. Weatherman. He can't tell if when and where it's going to rain, he can only tell you the probability that it will rain in a particular area. Exactly. The regions where electrons are likely to be found are called electron clouds.